Hi, it's Mr. Jones, and this time back in David's room. The weather outside is too bad for working on the roof, on the garage roof, and the solar panels. So I'm shifting my attention back to the bedroom, which is in a terrible state. As you can see, the floorboards, some of the floorboards are up. I'm going to put in new Victorian skirting boards, which, because the floor level will be coming up, they'll be coming up slightly higher. But behind them, I want it to be absolutely flat. So I'm actually going to put a sand cement mix on here, probably 2 coats to try and bring it as level as possible. And then I'll be able to put on the skirting board and touch up the plaster around the edges. I need to move the sockets up as well because they're going to be too low, and then obviously there's going to be insulation underneath, so quite a lot to do. I've mixed up my first batch of sand and cement, so I'm going to get to work with that now. Dear me, this is a lot more difficult than it looks in the videos. I've watched countless YouTube videos on how to screed and how to render and how to plaster, but my goodness, I've probably done just about everything wrong, but I don't think it's going to matter. It's going to be behind a skirting board. It's not going to fall off. I need to put a number of layers on to build up here. But it means I will learn, and my mistakes will be hidden behind a nice big Victorian skirting board. Anyway, I'm made such small progress, but I'm needing a cup of tea. This is not going to be easy, but I guarantee I will acquire this skill, and I will be able to plaster in the future. Okay, I've mixed up another batch. I got a feeling now it's up here that it's maybe a bit too runny, but I'm going to go with it because I've got to work out what consistency it really should be. It looks easy on the videos, but in reality it isn't. And obviously this wall is dry. It probably should have had some PVA or something on it, but I'll be spraying it with water, and hopefully everything's going to adhere because it's a very rough surface below, so I'll keep my fingers crossed. Progress is slow, and it's not easy. However, it is sticking to the wall, which is something. I'm going to have to go and collect Mrs. Jones from her work now and resume this a little bit later. But it's quite gratifying, the noise the trowel makes. I do quite enjoy this. I think it's quite stress relieving, to be honest. And I say I'll resume after Mrs. Jones comes back. I'm sure that plasterers and renderers will say, oh, that's terrible. And probably dead renderers will be turning in their graves. But at the end of this, I'm hoping to have a nice flat surface for the skirting board, and that's all I need. And I'm learning. Well, that was a lot harder work than I expected. It's going to be completed tomorrow, but I did use it also to practice trying to get it flat even at this stage, and learning to use the trowel, even though it's very restricted in a narrow band like this. But anyway, I quite enjoyed it, apart from my aching legs and my aching right arm. I do not know how people plaster a huge room and get 2 coats on in one day. Unbelievable. Anyway, I'll be back to this as soon as it's dry. Hopefully tomorrow it'll be dry enough to get it finished. and then I can start insulating underneath the floor.